don't overcomplicate the games. The Asian market isn't ready for complex games. They like it simple. They like the velocity levels at the right gauge. You have to gauge everything right.
We're here at Openbox Gaming with Richard HOGG. Richard, thank you so much for joining us here as part of Sigma Europe 2021. I want to find out about what you're up to, because you've been described as new class of casino gaming studio. What does that mean? What are you doing? What are you doing that's different?
Okay, so thank you for having me. Welcome to our stand. This is our first move into events with our new product, Openbox Gaming. Yes, we are a new class. And why are we a new class? Because we are taking products and services into Asia. We've got an exclusive agreement with a number of existing entities in Asia, whereby we can distribute third-party content into Asia and sit alongside some of our own content that we have. It doesn't compete with each other. We've already taken a number of tier ones into the marketplace, so we're seeing the benefits and the interest in that proposal.
So this is your strategy. Into Asia you go, taking these products into Asia. Has that been a difficult journey? Has that been straightforward? What have been the challenges?
For us, it's easy because we've got the infrastructure and the network in place.
Okay.
For other operators or for other software suppliers, it's difficult because they don't understand the nuances of the marketplace. They tend to have content which is Asian but with a European feel on it, whereas we understand the marketplace. We've been there for a number of years. We've got access to thousands of websites, live websites across there. We really understand what the market wants. We know how to deliver it.
So when you say you understand what the market wants, what are the differences? You just hit the nail on the head. People are going into the Asian market, but dressing up a European product, making it a little bit right for the Asian market, but you're saying actually we know the market and therefore we're getting it right. What are those differences?
Well, if our specific products that we distribute right now, our own products with our agreements with our partners, are very, very different. They're not your traditional casino games, slot games, they're more like board games, one-on-one poker games. When we take in third-party content in slots, we try and recommend that, yes, they have an Asian feel to them, so yes, they can have the dragons. Don't overcomplicate the games. The Asian market isn't ready for complex games. They like it simple. They like the velocity levels at the right gauge. You have to gauge everything right. But a lot of people, especially in Europe, they make complex bonus rounds, they make complex features. It's just not required for the marketplace. So we work with our partners to advise which content can work and help them tailor that content to suit.
Well, you just said back there that Asia is simple games. Don't overcomplicate things.
Right.
Now, obviously, iGaming is a very new industry. It's still in its youth. It's still a young industry. Does that mean that you'll see Asian markets mature into something different, or is this really fundamental to Asia, that games are straightforward, simple, and easy to play?
Well, who knows what the future will bring? And I like this. I like you're saying that the industry's young, because obviously I've been here since the inception. I too consider myself as young. Listen, the industry's always evolving. Players' habits evolve. People change. With the pandemic, we've seen things have changed. Habits have changed. Things are more accessible on mobile devices. Things may have to change for it. But right here, right now, and from our historical data that we know what to take to the market now. And we'd like to take proven things to the market. Quick, easy wins is the way forward for most people.
Of course. Now, just to change the topic for a second, here we are in Malta, and you have a long-standing relationship with Malta.
Yes.
Why? Why the attraction of Malta? What does Malta have for you?
For me personally, I've been coming here since 2007. With my first license when the UK introduced a whitelist, we had to move from Curacao. I came to Malta. I got a license in 3 months. People always used to complain it took forever. If you follow the process and work with the right people, things get done in Malta. And I've always had a great relationship with Malta in terms of licensing, in terms of banking, in terms of relationships with the government departments. They've always been open for business. I know it's got its distraction, shall we say now. I still consider Malta as a place for business. Has the infrastructure, has the talent, and it has a very close network of gaming companies. I can spend half an hour and go through traffic allow it, to 2 or 3 different operators. London, you can't do it. Gibraltar, well, you probably can, but a lot have left Gibraltar. But nowhere else in the world can you have this network of people, businesses, and operations.
Well, I love the fact that you also just said that Malta has had its distractions, and I don't think anybody is disputing that. But it's so good to hear you talking so positively about Malta, because we talk about the iGaming industry and it's fundamental to Malta. Malta's economy is supported by the iGaming industry, so it's really good to hear you speaking so positively about it. You're obviously here to stay.
Well, I don't live here.
I would say you tan.
I get accused a lot of that, but yeah, I do spend quite a bit of time here. I enjoy being here. I also enjoy time in London. But you know, we've invested. One of my other businesses is a technology company. We've invested in 3 or 4 offices. We've got 150 potentially overseas staff now residing in Malta. So with all of that support that comes with them, apartments, accommodation, travel, shopping, clothes, food, we are contributing to the Maltese economy.
Absolutely, absolutely. I have a last question for you, Richard. I mean, this is great. We've been waiting a long time to get together as an industry, to meet each other, because it really makes a difference, isn't it? What's this been like? What is this like for you?
Well, you know, for me, this, as I said earlier, this is my 4th event in the last 2 months, after Barcelona, Amsterdam, London last week, and now here. I expected nothing less, but I am a veteran of the industry. I know this event well. I've supported Emma and Sigma since its inception, but for the rest of the team, some of these guys haven't been here before. They haven't been to an exhibition before, and for them, they've seen it as a revelation. Now they understand how the industry works in Europe or outside of Asia. They understand the opportunities that these exhibitions and conferences provide and deliver. So it's been fantastic.
Richard Hogg, veteran of the industry.
Young veteran.
Thank you so much for being here with us at Sigma.
Okay, thank you.